All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ursula Roden, and I am your host today, welcoming everybody that is here in person, as well as everyone that is online. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're listening to us. And if you're here, then I trust that you enjoy that special energy that always comes with being here in person. And if you're still online, maybe one of these days you'll find your way here, because it's wonderful to be here. We are at First Church Unity on their campus, but we are Centers for Spiritual Living Nashville. So we are excited because today our speaker is Rosemary Cathcart, and the title of her talk is "Here is How It Works." Here is how it works. We are also welcoming Lisa Firestone, our wonderful musical artist, and Larry Fargalli. So who are we? Well, we are an inclusive, spiritual, open community for anyone seeking a deeper connection with God. If you have never been to a Center for Spiritual Living before, we believe there is one God, many paths to that God, and we are here to love, honor, support you in whatever your path is. This Center for Spiritual Living is a safe haven for people of all beliefs and lifestyles. Wherever you may find yourself on your journey of faith, you are welcome here. So let's begin our service. And let that bell really call you to that space within you that is there, the space of love, the space of peace. So if you feel guided to close your eyes, to really feel deep within you, to kind of release everything that is around you, then please do so and know that all there is God. You are God because you are a beautiful child of God, created in its image, created to be love, to be an expression of whatever God is. And God is love, peace, joy, harmony. So let this inner peace guide you to listen, to receive the message of today, so that you can hear what is said, what is sung, the music, let it just feel within, feel that vibration, feel that music, that song, and go with it wherever it leads you. Just open your mind and your heart and say, yes, I am willing to listen, to get the message, whatever it may be for me. So I'm grateful for Rosemary, for her wisdom that she shares with us, and for Lisa for her music. I'm grateful for this beautiful space that we can be and experience our true inner self, to just let go everything around us and be here now. So I know that this is a beautiful day, inside and out. Just let it be for you, that peaceful place and that joyful moment to be you. Thank you, God, that this is so. And together we say, and so it is.
once again stuck in the mud, marshalling all our defenses. Pushing the limit puts heat in our blood and makes everybody against us. An eye for an eye makes everyone blind, angry and claiming we're right. Angels of peace, please help me release this fire, 'cause I came here for love. It's the greatest thing I can do. I am here to remind you to let it come through. I came here for love. It's the strongest place I can find. I am here to surrender and open my mind. What will we do with this chance to be free? We've got so much love to choose from. Roll with the punches, you might not agree. Just show up and win some, you'll lose some. Here in my heart is a generous dream, a powerful vision unfolding. Spirit of peace is living in me, and the whole world is opening. 'Cause I came here for love. It's the greatest thing I can do. I am here to surrender and let it come through. I came here for love. It's the strongest thing I can find. We are here to surrender and open our mind. What will we do with this chance to be free?
Lisa Barstow.
Wow, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Larry.
Well,
I came here for love. How about you? Absolutely. Absolutely. Good afternoon. My name is David Arnholter, and I am a practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Nashville. Instead of a reading this morning, I've been asked to begin a series on the Science of Mind principles and practices. So let's begin that. What is a principle? Well, a principle is a fundamental truth or a proposition that serves as the foundation of a system of belief or behavior, or for a chain of reasoning. The source or cause from which a thing results. A truth which is unchangeable. We first understand a principle, and then through our practices, we relate it to our problem and achieve a solution, okay? So, the principles of Science of Mind articulate the basic ideas of the theory and philosophy of the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. The principles help us understand the actual nature of reality, the infinite presence, universal law, the nature of creation, and our place in it, and who we are in the scheme of things. However, principles are more than just intellectual ideas. They form the foundation for the way we engage in and co-create our lives. So we have practices also that, when applied, further expand on these spiritual principles and show its application as opposed to just theory relating to it. Make sense? So today, I'm going to share with you the first 2 of the 10 Science of Mind principles, and in the following weeks, other practitioners will present the next 2 over the next 4 weeks, okay? So today I'm going to do the first 2. First one, Science of Mind principle number 1, oneness. Now, before I read what that is, I want you to do something for me. Don't just be here by yourself. Look around real quick. Look at all the people in here. Look at the people up here. That's oneness. We're all one. That's our principle. It's all one. We're not alone. We're not isolated. We're together in oneness. And here's what it says. There is one infinite reality. Now, we call it by many names, including, but not limited to, God, life, universal spirit, infinite intelligence, first cause, or the thing itself. The one infinite reality is undivided, complete, and whole within itself, and therefore includes both the absolute and the relative, tangible, intangible, physical, and metaphysical aspects of reality. So our first spiritual principle is oneness. And the second one, the Science of Mind number 2, love. What we all came here for, love. Feel that energy. Because love is the self-givingness of universal spirit through its desire to express itself in terms of creation. Love is the impulse, and law is the way of creation. So those are the first 2 principles. Now, the practices which assist us in understanding and applying these principles are spiritual mind treatment, which I'm going to do in just a second, practicing the presence using meditation, mindfulness, visioning, self-awareness, gratitude, compassion, and sacred study. All of these are our practices. Now, attending this Sunday service is a great introduction to the spiritual principles and practices, but taking classes, taking workshops, gives you the actual tools to truly change your life. So welcome, and thank you for being here. And so it is. Okay, now let's all take a deep breath. You can close your eyes if you want, but hold that breath a second and then release. One more time. Deep breath. Hold and release. Now, I'm going to say this prayer in the first person, but please make it personal for you. I know with my entire knowingness and beingness that there is only one spirit, one love, one life, and I am one with spirit. I am one with love. I am one with life. I know this fully and completely. I also know that a healing power is flowing in and through me and our community right now, healing every decision, healing every thought, healing every action. And I send loving, healing energy out to anyone in our community dealing with health or other issues, and I affirm the highest and best outcome for them. And as a community right now, we hold them in our love, and in silence, we lift up those in special need right now. And I give thanks. I give so much thanks for every expression of love present in our audience today and watching this broadcast from home. I give thanks for this community. I give thanks for our Science of Mind teaching. I give thanks for everyone making this service possible today. But most of all, I give thanks for love. And accepting spirit and love as my life experience, I release my word into the universal law of mind, which always says yes, knowing this or something even better is so. And together we say, and so it is. Have a wonderful day.
So lost sometimes. Days pass and this emptiness fills my heart. When I want to run away, I drive off in my car. Whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are. All my instincts, they return. Grand facade, so soon will burn. Out of noise, without my pride, I reach out from the inside. In your eyes, like the heat, I am complete. I see the doorway to 1,000 churches, resolution for all my fruitless searches. Oh, I see the light and the heat. Oh, I want to be that complete. I want to touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes. I don't like to see so much pain, so much wasted, and this moment keeps slipping away. I get so tired of working so hard. 1,000 churches, the resolution to all my fruitless searches. Oh, I see the light and the heat. I want to touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes, in your eyes, in your eyes, in your eyes.
That's Lisa Firestone.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. Did you feel all that oneness and love? Yeah, thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing? We have a beautiful day. It's sunny and bright. I'm sneezing with the best of them. Seasonal allergies. We'll make it through. You know, we lift each other up by our presence and our goodness. So look at who's been up here today. We had the incomparable, wonderful Ursula Roden, followed by David Arnholter, accompanied by these incomparable musicians. Look at it. Yeah, smile, Larry. You're blushing? Okay. But it's a team effort. It's a team effort. We don't live this life alone. We're not supposed to. It's an inspiration every time I get to speak here. And I welcome everybody online, all of my onliners, and my precious friend. There's a P-pop, sorry, Ray. Mariah, who's here from Austin, Texas today. Not watching online. So it's lovely to see you right in that front row. Thank you all for being here today. Now, our topic today, excuse me, here's how it works. Kind of sounds bold, doesn't it? Which in retrospect, when I came up with that title, I thought, man, that's a bold statement, as if I'm the last word, the final authority on how it works. But when I'm invited to speak, I really ask the Holy Spirit, where do we go with it? So any notion that I'm in charge kind of goes out the window right away. I'm going to share my perspective. Maybe you can relate to some of it. Maybe none of it will matter to you. It's okay. What I want to talk about is what is possible when we get out of our own way and have the courage to listen. And I realize I'm talking to a group of pretty much A+ type personalities who all think they know the right thing to do. This is where Reverend Mitch would say, "Can I get an amen?" But we're going to go for it anyway, right? When I spoke a while back, Katie Griffith, whom I love and admire, said to me after the program, she said, "You know, you made a few comments about your personal life, and I don't know anything about you. And I think I'm an open book." And she went on to say, it's nice when we know about who our presenters are. All right, here we go. Woo! I'm the second youngest of a family of 7, very staunch, strict Irish Catholic parents. Woo! Born in Kenmore, New York, a suburb of Buffalo, New York, and I flipped a coin as soon as I got out of college. Tails came up, so I went to West Palm Beach, Florida, where it did not snow. Heads would have taken me to California. Whew. I spent 14 years in advertising, radio and television broadcasting. And that was my beginning. That was where I really, some people get advanced degrees. That was my advanced degree. I learned about the Buddha from a brilliant man named Frank Schratt, who was the audio engineer at the ABC affiliate, Channel 2, in West Palm Beach. And that really threw me onto my spiritual journey. I've been married and divorced. I've been left, and I've been the one to leave. Neither option is ever easy, but we have to go with what we are compelled to do. If we are on a dedicated spiritual journey, that's all this is. We're all here for the oneness and the love. I have 3 children, 2 daughters I adopted when they were early on in their life. Melinda first, and Carolyn second, and my son John, whom I gave birth to. They are all wonderful human beings. Now I'm going to cry. Between them, I've got 9 grandchildren. They're all scattered all around the country, from New York to Wyoming. Go figure, Wyoming. And I really do feel their loving connection every day. And when people ask me, why don't you live with your children? I'm like, ooh. Are you kidding me? No, the idea is you grow people and you launch them and you let them find their life. In college, I started out to be a French translator. That morphed into an English major because life has always been my best teacher. Last year of college, I won a $20 bet, didn't finish school, but got a job in a radio station because my then boyfriend didn't want me to go to summer school. So he got real cheeky on me and bet me $20 I couldn't get any job that he picked out of the newspaper. Never bet a Libra with a lot of Scorpio. You will lose. That started my radio career, and I never looked back. So, after all of that beginning, realizing that my journey was not going to be cookie cutter, I was privileged to continue growing in this thing called life by finding unity teaching and science of mind. Between those 2 teachings and getting sober has saved my life. So, feel free to ask the author any other pertinent questions, and we will move on to today's program. So here's how it works. We are magical bundles of constantly in motion electromagnetic energy. We never stop moving. Just like the universe we are a part of. We have over 300 trillion cells constantly in motion in our body, and they are listening, and they are reacting, they are responding to every thought, every emotion, and everything we say. And they're neutral. And they try to make whatever they hear come true. Feel the enormity of that. The universe is neutral. And since life is only a forward motion operation, we are compelled, ideally, to continue shape-shifting and remaining inquisitive along the path of life, and to not stay stuck in the past. We don't always get what we want. The past is dead, it's over, it's gone, it's kaput. Kaput, bye-bye. Move on to where your life is actually taking place today. So, the marriage didn't work out. You found out you couldn't have children. That college degree you were so counting on didn't pan out. That fabulous new business you started went bankrupt. Just opportunities, that's all it is. Gather up all of those precious life lessons and turn them into energy and fuel to keep you going. Each one of those awful, heart-wrenching events was a lesson. Use that life force energy to be here now. Today, in this present moment where life is actually happening. It will never be like it was before, way back then, in the beginning of time. Where's Cab Mo now, right? Put a woman in charge. And you know what else? You're not the same person either, hopefully, because if you are, you haven't been living your life. Remember, the universe is neutral. Neutral. This has been a particularly hard and emotional year for me. And I'm pretty sure it's been that way for you too. Just where we are right now in cosmic time and space. I know that I signed on for this journey. I know there aren't any do-overs. But you know what? Amidst the tears and the sadness, there have also been moments of great insight and deep awareness. And I have had to force myself to redirect and to remember the writings of people like Ernest Holmes, Wayne Dyer, Eckhart Tolle. I've had to elevate myself and to get out of the ditch of the poor me's and the ain't it awfuls and that deep abyss of sorrow. Of course, it's not easy. We didn't sign up for easy. Get over it. We've signed up for brilliant, extraordinary, and courageous. Get on that bandwagon. For 20 years, I had the privilege of working with the best chiropractor and acupuncture physician in Nashville, Dr. Luby Chamble. I saw him last on Wednesday morning, July 17th, and he passed away suddenly in the early hours of July 23rd. He left me. He left me. Never mind about his precious wife and child and his many other patients. He left me. How dare he? Whew. I have not been this heartbroken over a death in ages. But here's the deal. Any of you who have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, death is your companion. Death and loss are your lifetime companions. He was a Scorpio, and I've got a lot of Scorpio. So I had to suck it up. I was asked to write and MC his celebration of life, and it was a privilege to delve into the beginnings and the very intimate details of this wonderful man's life. He was always deeply proud of his Ukrainian heritage and the parents who had had the courage to emigrate from the Ukraine to Canada before his birth. But when I read the death certificate and saw that his time of passing was 7/23/24 at 12:23 a.m., I felt this swoosh of energy move through me, and I heard very distinctly, "Tell me I didn't have a plan." See, that's the thing about love and connection. Someone else's plan might not coordinate with our plan. And I got it in that moment. He died at exactly the right moment. The celebration of life was Saturday night, September 14th, at the Dyer Observatory. And we cried, and we laughed, and we cried a little bit more. And all of the 165 plus people who were there in attendance allowed themselves to grieve in community. Doctors, lawyers, bigwigs in Nashville government, didn't matter. Fabulous musicians. We cried and we grieved, but we celebrated a life. When I was on my way home, totally drained, totally spent, kind of crying, kind of trying to be a grown-up, right? That adulting thing. And then I heard, about 10:30-ish on the way home, "You have to go to church tomorrow to hear Reverend De Palma." I will not share with you what my thought was. The tidied up version is, no, I'm tired, I want to stay home and whine. I want to go down into that pit of it's all about me. But I did my best to be a grown-up, and I came to CSLN right here that next day. Now this is where you really need to pay attention to the circle of life that's all about our oneness and love. Reverend De Palma, in her program, spoke about her great affection for a dear friend and chiropractor, whom she had had the privilege of hosting a celebration of life for. Yes, I could hear Luby on my right shoulder going, you're here, it's okay. This is how it works. After sincerely thanking Reverend De Palma and talking about all of our interconnections, and her going, I then decided I'm going to go home, and I heard, "No, you're going to the fellowship hall for some fellowship." You too understand what I'm talking about. That notion that we're in charge? Not really. So I ended up going into the fellowship hall, sitting down with my brother from another mother, Gregory Fisher, and a young man I'd never met before. And as we began talking, he's a Scorpio, born around the same date as Luby, much younger. And I felt an immediate kinship with this gentleman. And as it turns out, he has a wonderfully melodic Irish name. And yet, he was adopted in this country from his birthplace of Ukraine. That notion that we are separate and that the dots don't connect, please leave it at the door when you leave today. It's so antiquated. We must be open to training and retraining ourselves to listen to the right messages and then to respond appropriately as we are able. And it's like any other skill. You know, you learned how to drive a car. Maybe you can cook. But it's training. You hear something. You ask another question. You hear another answer. You feel it in this electromagnetic body, and then you have the courage to act on it. That's how it goes. As we learn to continually adjust and readjust our antenna to the best frequency for us, that's not going to be the frequency for Lynn. It's not going to be the frequency for Larry. Not meant to be. It's your band of energy. Then our worlds will continue to open in beautifully magical ways that are also life-affirming and keep us growing. Read the works of the Fillmores and Ernest Holmes, Raymond Charles Barker, Thomas Troward, Joe Dispenza, the Four Agreements, and just allow your own continued awakening to keep happening. This is not a dress rehearsal. As Wayne Dyer stated in Living an Inspired Life, I have an inner voice that is overwhelmingly powerful, and I trust in what truly inspires me. Try adopting that. I have an inner voice that is overwhelmingly powerful, and I trust in what truly inspires me. That same week in September, after a trip to that sanctuary known as Synergy Hair, Skin, Body on Charlotte Pike, I was told, go to the turnip truck now. That was not my plan for the day. Since I had been on the hunt for a campaign sign for my chosen presidential candidate, but I followed instructions. You know, at a certain point, you just listen. After shopping at the turnip truck, I was told to sit down now and eat some protein. So, being cheeky, I said, okay, where do you want me to sit? Where do you want me to sit? And of course, all this goes on inside, right? I was directed to a specific table. And I sat down, opened my water. I was kind of halfway through my chicken wrap, and I glanced over at the line in the cash register. And I'm like, man, maybe that's somebody I know. But here's the deal, without my glasses, total crapshoot. I might think it's you, it might not be you. But then I looked again. And after that foggy first impression, I found my friend standing in line, Gary Hoffman. And I'm like, Gary, oh wow, Gary Hoffman. There he was. And as he approached my table, which was in a direct line of sight from the cash register, I noticed that he had a campaign button on his ball cap for my candidate. Turns out Gary had just come from the campaign headquarters and had a trunk full of signs, which I bought one, right? Thank you. Thank you. When you hear these messages and you follow the lead and they pan out, your first response has got to be, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I bought that sign and I planted it proudly in my front yard, thanking the universe every step of the way. Profound thanks for that divine inspiration. Go to the turnip truck now. You know, if you're waiting for a burning bush, it ain't going to happen. Not going to happen. From Joseph Murphy, in a very, very old book from the 70s, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, hear this. Infinite riches are all around you if you will open your mental eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. The master secret of the ages is this miracle-working power which is found within your own subconscious mind. The treasure house of infinity within you. It's extraordinary. Feel that bursting energy in your heart chakra right now, remembering we only have oneness and love. This last week, with that brilliant super full moon in Libra Aries, which was meant for us to dig really deep emotionally and purge anything we had not made peace with. It's been especially exhausting for me. With a sick puppy dog, anybody hear about Giardia? Woo! Sleepless nights, sleepless nights. After balancing a sick dog, no sleep, and a couple of really beloved people to me who are on the brink of making that passage from this life to the next, it's been a little challenging. But I was told on Wednesday to go shopping now. I think now is my key word, right? Like, I might have another plan, I hear now. So Wednesday afternoon, I went to that mecca of ease known as Whole Foods Green Hills. Sleepwalking, reading my list, trying to be a grown-up. But as I was making my way out of the store, I glanced over and saw this really lovely gal wearing a cap that said, "Make America Kind Again." And I looked and I laughed. And I said, "What does your cap say?" And she said, "Make America Kind Again." I cannot tell you how that lifted my spirits. It just gave me that moment of, phew, it's going to be okay. Turns out wearing that fabulous little ball cap was our own Holly Butler. So do you see all the magic, the divine magic that is happening in my life? If it's happening in my life, it's happening in yours. We are here together. We are forever connected. So use all these stories and follow your own divine magic again and again and again and again. It's not just for me to take part in. It's available to anyone who has the courage to ask and listen. We live in a remarkably generous universe, remarkably generous, surrounded by tens of thousands of angels and light beings. That's the White Brotherhood. That's a whole compendium of White Brotherhood energy trying to keep us together, trying to guide us, trying to lead us the right way. And I know I have been a vexation to many of them, but I'm listening. All of these light beings are coaxing us and urging us onward to be the best version of ourselves that is possible in this lifetime. Maybe you haven't hit it yet. Maybe you're afraid to find it. Maybe if you find that part of you, you'll have to leave your church, you may have to leave your partner, you may have to leave your job. What's it worth to you to be who you are meant to be? You know, that's a question. That night that I read Luby Chamble's death certificate and saw the day of his passing as July 23rd, a horrible cold shiver ran through me, and I knew a very precious friend and colleague, Tammy Parrish, whose birth date was July 23rd, had just celebrated her last birthday in this lifetime. Tammy transitioned on Thursday morning about 9:15 a.m. under the bright light of that full moon. She made her way out of this earthly plane, surrounded only by love. Only by love. See, it doesn't have to make sense to be real. It doesn't have to be what you want to hear to be the right message. That's where that thing of getting out of your own way is imperative. I'm the most stubborn human being on the planet. But I know I'm a work in progress. As Marianne Williamson states in her newest book, The Mystic Jesus and the Mind of Love, the only real death is the death of love. The only real death is the death of love. And we triumph over that in any moment when we choose love instead of fear. When we choose love instead of fear. We can only come from love or fear. There's no gray area, guys. Get out of the abyss. Get out of it. We are alive at an extraordinary moment in human history. I believe we picked it, and if that's correct, then we better show up. We better show up as the best version of who we are that is entirely possible. As Ernest Holmes so wisely stated, through the power of love, we can let go of the past, history, and begin again. Love heals, forgives, and makes whole. And with that in mind, I would like to ask that we all do our best to move forward with grace, ease, wisdom, and a reimagined consciousness that's attuned only to our highest good. Loving, living in this one perfect moment. It's all we got right now. As we consciously and deliberately remain open to the promptings of divine mind, the Holy Spirit, as we allow it to move through us, and devoting ourselves to act as vehicles of love, light, oneness, peace, and goodness. And so it is. Thank you so much. It's all yours, Madame.
Oh, thank you, Rosemary. Let's give her another hand. It just, so many words of wisdom and just unbelievable. So now it is time to give back to what serves us. If something has touched you, and there were many, many things, there are many ways that you can share the love with us, and we are grateful for your offerings. So if our two ushers, Amy Stevens and Cynthia Cook, will please come forward to receive your offerings. And we can accept your gifts in different ways. You can use your credit card in the lobby or bookstore. You can find a document in the lobby with a QR code. And for those people online, please follow the link below or mail your check to our P.O. Box. And we are so grateful for your offering. Let's say together our offering prayer. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you for your offering.
Just want to say a brief word about this song. This is an original song I wrote with a really wonderful artist named Melissa Lewis on the West Coast. And we wrote it right around the time, and there was a lot of conflict in the world. And that was 20 years ago. So I think it's still pertinent. It's called I Want to Lead with Love. If I live every moment as a prayer, what kind of world would I create? With every thought, I could lift somebody up, never giving in to hate. We don't see what there is to see, we see things as we are. So do I hear shouts of anger or the whispers of my heart? I want to lead with love, thought the rest fall away, remembering the power of my voice. 'Cause we make peace or war with all we do and say. Every moment it's my choice. So I'm gonna lead with love. If we knew just how powerful we are, would we even feel fear? Would we see through the eyes of our hearts and sing for all the world to hear? So when people around me say how different others are, I'm gonna choose to remember we share one mind, one heart. I'm gonna lead with love, let the rest fall away, remembering the power of my voice. 'Cause we make peace or war with all we do and say. Every moment it's my choice. So I'm gonna lead with love is the answer. Love comes back to you. Take a moment to imagine just what your love can do. I'm gonna lead with love, let the rest fall away, remembering the power of my voice. 'Cause I'm in peace or war with all I do and say. Every moment it's my choice. I'm gonna lead with love.
Lisa Firestone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, let's thank again all of those wonderful people in the service. Rosemary, it's just amazing how it all came together. Lisa, Larry, as well as Ray and AJ, and our reader, David Arnsholder. We have a few brief announcements. There will be a town hall meeting called Release the Past, Views for the Future on November 17th is that meeting. It will be in the fellowship hall after the Sunday service. And we will discuss certain requests made by a group of CSL members. Join us as we share with each other so together we can move into our new story, the next iteration of what is possible for our center. This is an in-person meeting. All members are encouraged to attend. Please email admin@cslnnashville.org or sign the sheet in the lobby so we know how many lunches to order. It is CSLN's tradition to celebrate Thanksgiving. Is it already coming? With the potluck following our service on the Sunday before Thanksgiving. This year we will have a joint Sunday service with Unity on November 24th. That will be at 11 a.m. and followed by a potluck for both centers. Visit our website or newsletter for more information. Welcome back, Caring Hearts. Volunteers are needed. The Caring Hearts team reaches out to help when members of our community have a health challenge, surgery, or hospitalization, or when they are celebrating something wonderful. Thank you to Erica Leeds for volunteering to lead the Caring Hearts team. Please contact Erica to volunteer to help with this wonderful outreach. Her email is in the newsletter. We are accepting applications for the bookkeeper position. If interested, please submit your resume to admin@cslnashville.org. We are also hiring a part-time executive director for the center. Please email admin@cslnashville.org to get a copy of the job responsibilities and to submit your resume. And last, we ask that you keep Lima Dickens' daughter, Kim, in your prayers. Kim is having brain surgery on Tuesday. We affirm perfect health for Kim and hold Lima and her whole family in support and love. And also would like to add, please hold Michael Woody in your prayers. If you would like any details regarding these announcements or the ones that were on the screen before the service, you can find them in your newsletter or on the website. Before we close our service, we would like to welcome any visitors, and we are glad you are here. We don't ask you to stand, but please come and with us into the fellowship hall and enjoy the refreshments that are served by Kim Stokes. Now I would like to say again thank you to the people watching us online. Please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. I would like to ask our practitioners and speakers and Denise to please come forward. And Lynn Bennett, please. And our practitioners are here to serve you. So if you have any kind of prayer request, please fill out one of these treatment requests that is available in the lobby and in front of the meditation room. We are here to help you to know the truth for you. And if you're online, please go to the website and connect directly to one of the practitioners. It's whatever is going on in your life, if you have somebody that will say a prayer for you, that knows the truth for you, it gives you the trust and the just different kind of feeling, knowing that, okay, I'm not alone. It again confirms the oneness with each other. So please do that. And now we are going to close with a treatment. So again, if you feel comfortable, please close your eyes and just be in the now, right here, right now, in this beautiful sanctuary, listening to the music also, and still feeling within you. I say this treatment in the first place you make it personal to you, please. I know that there's only one source, one power, one love, one beautiful creative intelligence. And that creative intelligence is working through me right here, right now, because I am one with it. One with infinite love, one with peace and joy and harmony, one with wholeness. Whatever's going on in this world and in your body, wherever we go, we are whole, complete, and perfect, and so is the world. We are here to serve it with love, with kindness, with peace, and be the light that we were created to be. So right here and right now, know that you are magnificent. I know that I am magnificent, and that in that magnificence, I am expressing God's love and light and peace, and send it forth into the world as a bright light to shine wherever that light is needed. So I am willing to be that force that I was created to be. I am willing to be the love that I was created to be, right here, right now, at this time in our world. I am willing to see things differently, from the essence of love, from the essence of peace, knowing that it is possible even for our world right here, right now. I know that I was created at this time because I have a purpose in this life, a purpose in my life to be that child of God, to be that source of peace and love. And so I say thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you for this truth. Thank you for this teaching. Thank you for this oneness and that feeling of love in this community and sending it out into the world. And so I release this, my word, unto the law of mind and action, saying thank you, thank you, thank you, God, that this or something much better is so. And together we say, and so it is.
All right, let's all stand and sing our closing song. We've got lyrics coming up. There we go. We got Gordon, we got Lisa, and the rest of us. Let's all sing.
Think of your fellow man, and in my helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide kindness will be your guide, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Come on now. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart.
Put it in.
Put a little love in your heart now. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. And put a little love in your heart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This program is a service of the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at lovecsln.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.